Today we have some crazy things to talk about, such as a new in-game concert event, similar to the Marshmallow event, a crazy leaked new item that has to do with rifts, leaked skins, and a ton more. Alright guys, welcome back to another Fortnite video. How are you guys doing? You know what, leave a like down below if you're doing good. If you're having a good day, I'd love to see that. But yes, we have so many amazing things to talk about in today's video about the new update, a bunch of leaks and things like that, just some crazy stuff overall. Again, like stuff around a new concert and things like that. A bunch of leaked skins, consumables, like a glitch consumable we'll talk about, just a ton of stuff. And also guys, leave a comment down below if you were there for the Marshmallow event. Oh man, those were some good times. Or comment if you're excited that Retail Row is back, or what you think about like the cube monsters being there too. Also use code TheLlamaSir in the item shop if you want to help support me. And without further ado guys, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So starting it off here, most of this video is going to be about leaked things, but I wanted to start off real quick with one change that was just kind of interesting, and it does have to do with the skin. If you already know about this one, don't worry, it's only going to be really quick. But if you go into your locker and you happen to have these two skins specifically, I'm pretty sure it's only these two skins, they got a new style and also got changed up quite a bit. So those two skins are the Plastic Patroller and the Toy Trooper. So obviously, as you can tell from looking at these, they changed them up quite a bit. I think they made them a bit darker, and they also added like dirt and scratches here and there. It's definitely quite a bit different, and obviously the reason that they did this, and I think they said it in the patch notes as well, is because the original like green version blended in too much to like the surrounding, and they also did it to the gray version as well. But on top of that, you can also see that they added a new style, which is the red style, which is pretty interesting. This one is very bright. You're definitely not going to blend in with anything with this style right here, but that goes again, those same styles are for Toy Trooper as well. If we go into the edit styles, you got the same exact styles as the previous one. So yeah, I just found that pretty interesting. There was also something about how you could maybe get a refund of V-Bucks if you didn't like the new styles, but I'm not exactly sure how that works. Either way though, I wanted to bring that up. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it with an interesting leak here. And this one is a glitch consumable. Yeah, that's right, a glitch consumable. Now we don't know too much about this right now, but I still wanted to bring it up because that sounds pretty crazy. And also thanks to Lucas7Yoshi and also Fort Tori on Twitter for finding these leaks in the files. But talking about the glitch consumable right here, all we know is that it's in-game, and it seems to be along the lines of like the apples, the bananas, the peppers, you know, the consumable type items that you can find on the map. Now we don't have an image or anything like that, so we can just guess, you know, based off of the name of it being called a glitch consumable. But honestly, that would kind of fit in with this season pretty well, considering that we have a lot of things going on with like rifts and, you know, time travel, a lot of things not really working as they're supposed to, like in the story, things getting mixed around and stuff like that. A glitch consumable would make a lot of sense, especially if it shows up at one of the rift zones. Now this is what I think is most likely where it's going to show up. Maybe at like the next rift zone or like one of the rift zones, there will be this special type of consumable that you can find within it. And obviously, you know, there's a ton of stuff about the rift zones. Actually, I think we talked a bunch about them in my previous video. Be sure to check that out. There will be a link down below in the description if you missed it. But as we already know, in like seeing the Retail Row change with the rift zone, they all have like a special effect. So having like a special type of consumable at a new rift zone that has, I don't know, maybe it allows you to glitch around sort of like Shadow Bomb or something like that. But wouldn't that make a lot of sense? I don't know really how else it would show up besides being at like a rift zone or something like that. So yeah, that's my idea, but leave your ideas down below in the comments. I'd love to hear them as well. And let's move on here to something else pretty interesting, and this is what is called the Junk Rift. Now this appears to be the very next item coming out in the next content update, which I'm pretty sure is coming out next week. We'll have to wait a little bit more on that. But yeah, we do know that a brand new item called the Junk Rift is happening, and here is an image of it actually. So yeah, let's dissect this image and try and figure out exactly how this is going to work, because it's yeah, very interesting, right? I mean, just take a look at it right here. It's obviously a rift in a jar on the right, but then on the left you have like a firework, which is very, very odd. Why would those two things be combined? So again, leave your ideas down below in the comments for this, but I'm thinking like maybe since it's a firework, you can throw it and maybe it launches in like a straight line, so you can toss it towards a teammate or something like that. Maybe you can toss it in the air, although if you toss it in the air, like how would you get to it? Yeah, I don't exactly know. Or maybe it's like you toss it towards a certain part of the map and you can like teleport over there. That would make a lot of sense, again, judging from the like firework attached to it. And I think that's going to be like the biggest indicator of what this is going to do. Having that firework on it, it's got to have some sort of movement or something, because if it doesn't have any movement, then why would they even add that in the first place? It has to be something like that, and obviously it can't just be a new rift to go. It has to act and perform in some different way than that item. But it's even more interesting when you take a look at one of of the loading screens. So this is, I think, the next loading screen that we can unlock, or maybe it's like the week after. I'm not exactly sure. Either way, though, you see this new skin over here, which we will talk about a little bit. Don't worry, that's coming up. But you can also see that he is indeed holding the junk rift. However, when you look at this image, it's pretty peculiar because it seems to maybe work in a slightly different way. Now, it still could be something that you throw and it, flies over somewhere, but instead, looking at this image, does it drop junk onto the map? I mean, it is called the junk rift after all, so I mean, that would make a lot of sense. It would teleport things onto the map. But again, looking at this image here, you obviously see like a giant dinosaur prop falling onto the map out of a rift, and that character is holding the item and obviously is the one causing that to happen. But then again, that's really weird. Why would you need to drop like some random item onto the map? I'm not exactly sure. So honestly, it's a bit of a mystery still as to what this is going to do, but for sure it is pretty interesting overall. But then after that, guys, let's discuss how there could be a new concert happening in game very, very soon. As most of you guys obviously remember, the Marshmello concert from way back when was an awesome event, probably one of, if not my favorite events. I'm not sure, the robot fight was pretty close, but it was definitely a ton of fun, super cool, super unique, and we've been waiting to have another one of those very soon, and that could be happening, but this time it could be happening with Major Lazer. Now, Major Lazer is, I believe, a trio of DJs that make like electronic type music. I'm sure you guys have heard a bunch of their songs, but the reason that I bring them up is because there is actually a Major Lazer skin, or a few different skins that are found in the files. That's right, guys, there has been found an outfit, a pickaxe, and also an emote that all have to do with Major Lazer. Now, why else would they add these in the game, guys, unless they were planning a new concert type event? I mean, it just wouldn't really make sense, right? Unless they were planning to do like some music video type collaboration. But again, that doesn't really make sense. If you're gonna have music artists have items in the game, I mean, why not have them have a concert in game as well, similar to how Marshmello had one? And like, honestly, I've been trying to think of other reasons that these skins could be added into the game, especially with an emote and stuff like that, and I honestly cannot think of one. So if you guys have an idea for what else it could be, I mean, yeah, be sure to leave a comment down below. But I really think that we're going to be getting another concert just based off of how awesome the first one was with Marshmello. Having another one would be super fun, and I would assume that a lot of other artists, after seeing Marshmello's, in-game stuff, would want to maybe do the same thing, right? So yeah, either way, that is super cool. But after that then, guys, let's get into it with some leaked skins, because obviously this was a big update today. We have a lot of skins to talk about, and thanks to fnbr.co for finding a bunch of these. So let's just go ahead and get into the overview with, first of all, one of the coolest of these skins, and that is the Oppressor. That is right, guys, it is this skin right here, which is definitely pretty interesting. It is a legendary, so I would assume it's around 2,000 V-Bucks, not sure, but that's a safe guess, right? But it is a pretty crazy looking skin. Now, on top of that, it also seems to have a different style, which is like more of a blue, as you can see in this image right here. But for sure, it's definitely a pretty unique robotic looking type skin. Definitely stands out quite a bit. Looks like a legendary skin, that is for sure. And also the back bling is the Exo Spine, which is a pretty unique looking back bling as well. So yeah, that one's pretty cool, but let's keep it going here. You also have the freestyle skin, as you can see right there. Fits in with the Neo Tilted type stuff, so maybe this was meant to be added last season and finally they got around to it this season. And also this one seems to have styles as well. As you can see, there's like a white and what is that, sort of minty color. Also, she's wearing a hat in that style, so pretty cool overall. And then also you have a back bling, which appears to come with this one, called the Backbeat, which seems to be pretty animated, so I'm curious to see how that back bling will look in game, but definitely looks pretty interesting as a picture. Now, on top of that, you also have Phoenix, which you can see right here. That is a rare outfit. I don't know if it has a back bling, and then there is another one right there. I'm not exactly sure how this fits in with the story or this season, but pretty unique. Oh yeah, I do believe it has a back bling called the Fox Pack. That would probably make sense as the back bling. Keeping it going here, you also have the Banner Shield, which is pretty cool considering that it is or at least seems to be another back bling where you can customize it with your banner that you choose. So those are always pretty interesting, pretty cool. It does seem to be like the Knight's back bling, or like the Black Knight back bling, but just a little bit different to showcase the banners. But hey, a little bit more customization, why not? On top of that, you also have the Shifu skin, which is a pretty interesting skin as well, to be honest. If you look at the other image, he's trying to like catch a butterfly or something. And then his back bling, I believe, is the Kunai shield. That is a rare one. On top of that, you also have the Spike clone, which is a pickaxe. I'm not sure if this would go with the Phoenix. It seems to be maybe what it goes with, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Isn't really too specific. On top of that, you also have Recon Ranger right here, which is a uncommon outfit. Pretty simple, but sometimes sometimes simple skins are pretty cool. Also Grit. I'm not sure if this one was added in this update. That's another uncommon skin, but Grit is another one that's fairly simple but fairly cool as well. And then after that, there's some other things as well. There's also the Wisdom's Edge, which is a pretty unique pickaxe, which is uncommon, I believe. But other than that, I'm not sure if there's any other, you know, outfits and stuff that stick out in this update. Oh, and also that one skin that was in the loading screen seems to be called the Skywalker skin, but there's actually not a lot of info on it yet, besides it showing up in that loading screen. So that's pretty much still up in the air. But either way, guys, those are some interesting ones for sure. But yeah, guys, with that out of the way, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you want more videos like this in the near future with future updates, keeping you guys up to date. On top of that, check out some of my previous videos here, such as on the left, which talks about a big secret for season 10, and then below that, some stuff to do with Kevin the Cube. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one.